In order to buy Bitcoin on the Binance P2P marketplace, there are three major ways users can be able to access this feature. On the Binance P2P, we have the P2P trade zone, the express trade zone, as well as the bulk trade zone. So we'll be looking at some definitions that have been done on these various trade zones. For the Binance P2P express mode, we say users can directly buy or place an order by entering the fiat or crypto amount and the preferred payment method. While for the block trade zone is a section on the Binance P2P app that allows for high volume traders access to sufficient liquidity to buy or sell large amounts of cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin, for example, the transaction limit per order in the block trade zone ranges from a particular limit order. So for the block trade zone, is usually from a particular order. That's what you particular values for NGN users is it's capped at 5 million to about 200 million. Most times they are still in review. So we're going to head over to the Binance app, mobile app. So once you're logged into the Binance mobile app, you want to navigate to the Pro version. On the Binance Pro, you want to go to the wallet section. Wallet section, you locate the funding option. Right under the funding option, you can now see where it's written P2P. You click on the P2P. On the P2P, there are various pop-ups that should pop up to notify you as a beginner that wants to trade or buy Bitcoin. Since we want to buy Bitcoin, the Binance P2P is on default, is usually on default on USDT. So you want to change it and put it on BTC. So you can see we've changed it and put it on BTC, and we are currently on the buy section. You can see you can navigate to the sell section if you do want to check out the sell section. But currently for this tutorial, we'll be focusing on the buy section. This tutorial will also work both ways for either of these options. So on the Binance P2P, we have different three major or three trade zones. We have the P2P trade zone, the express trade zone, as well as the block trade zone. So on the P2P trade zone, which we'll be dealing with first, the P2P trade zone gives you lots of access to various merchants. So on the P2P trade zone, you get access to a variety of all the traders. It is the trade zone with the highest number of P2P merchants. The P2P section has the highest trade zone or has the highest numbers of P2P ads that you can find. Another benefit about the criteria or features about this P2P is that it gives you more options, and there are times this P2P option is usually more cheaper than other trade zones that are available here. So on the P2P trade zone, let's say you want to buy Bitcoin, you need to input the amount you want to buy and the fiat currency you wish to buy. For this tutorial, we will be leaving ours as NGN. For if you're in the USA, you want to change yours to USD, or if you stay in the Europe, you want to use EUR. So also there's also the option where you can check out the filter. The filter option gives you access to get the amount of to impute the amount of cryptocurrency or fiat currency you want to buy, the amount of cryptocurrency you want to buy. So let's say you want to buy cryptocurrency worth 1,500 NGN, and there's also the payment option. So you want to choose whichever payment option that is suitable to you. We'll be leaving ours as bank transfer. Then right here they still have the on the P2P section, they have a feature that allows you to choose between showing or you seeing ads from merchants, that are verified merchants by Binance, and also seeing ads from every other user on the P2P section. Now this works both ways, but we'll be explaining in a bit what's the difference between these merchants. Also, it says the ads filter description, the payment method, only the available payment methods are shown. as a pro merchant, professional local crypto exchange with a crypto exchange. So we're going to click on yes. So since we want to buy 1,500, we're going to click on yes. But what you should note is that before this, these are the transactions that were visible to us on the platform. So we're going to click on yes, which is going to streamline or tailor our experience on these sections. Because you can see our filters have been added, so only our sellers or ads that are from this range that will be popping up for us to see on this platform. So it's currently showing us ads for P2P merchants that are willing to sell from a limit of 1,000 to 2,300. Kasib is selling from a limit of 1,000 to 2,000. So what you should know as the basic general tips for staying safe on the P2P is that for you to utilize this P2P is that you need to check the number of trades that the person or the merchant you want to deal with has traded. Is a key feature, as most times users who have utilized the P2P or have traded for long in the P2P session often are more experienced, and they tend to give you flexibility, or they tend to you tend to trade with them with as much ease as possible. Then also we do recommend you check the completion rate, which is calculated in percentages. So you want to check the percentage rates of each user. You also want to check their feedback from people as well as other informations about their ads. So for this user, Dandy, he's a verified user, has done his email, SMS, KYC, address verification, and more. There's also positive feedback from the users who have utilized the services. But most times we do recommend you deal with transact with P2P ads or merchants that have a 90% completion rate and above. So you can see here the only person that has the 90 and above here is Val for Mommy. So this P2P, it is usually the cheapest cheapest prices that are made, that are usually shown on the top. So when you go scroll down, as you continue to scroll down, the values or the prices usually increases. So that's one feature you need to understand. Then you also want to take note of the limits that these users are willing to trade. So for a person, let's say we want to transact with Val for Mommy, whose limit is 1,000 to 5,853 naira. You want to click on the buy. That has a 715 trades. Let's say you want to trade, say please attention. You can see the trade info. The payment window is 15 minutes. Buyer's nickname is Val for Money. There's the seller payment method. Say do not include. These are some of the terms that you should note when dealing with or buying Bitcoin from these merchants. You need to follow their terms and conditions. So you want to impute the amount that you are willing to buy. So let's say you want to buy BTC worth 500 NGN. So it says Binance has put a measure which will notify you that the minimum that you are allowed to buy is from 500. But let's say you want to increase this limit above the merchant limit to like 6,000. It's the maximum quantity that this merchant can sell is 5,853. So we have exceeded it. These are some measures that Binance usually puts in place to keep you from keep you safe on the platform. So since we want to buy Bitcoin worth 1,500, we're going to click on buy. We're going to be receiving 0.000747. So we're going to click on buy. So once you click on buy on the BTC on the Binance P2P platform, you can see that Binance is holding the seller's crypto as an escrow, which is another added feature. So you need to know that this is a feature put in place by Binance. Mind you, this user that we are trading with is not a verified user. The verified users, they usually, or verified merchant, they usually come with a logo. So as we've placed the order, you need to know that, okay, click transfer funds to view payments details and complete transfer. So this is the summary of the transaction. We need to send these amounts to these customer, these merchants. We have about 15 minutes or 14 minutes or 14 seconds to complete this transaction. So we're going to go over to the payments page. So on the payments page is where you see the seller's details. So the seller's details, you can now copy it. The name of the bank is Palm P Limited, Ekene Valentine, Ike Kwogwa. So we're going to copy the accounts and details. You can also chat this seller and tell them that you are about making payments. About making payments now. So we're going to go. They also have their phone number, which you can reach them if you have a cost to reach them. It says here, do not include Binance or any crypto-related terms when sending funds. So the P2P, these are some of the basic requirements or basic tips you need to take note of when buying Bitcoin on the P2P. So we're going to go over to our Binance, our bank app, and utilize it and send these funds to these merchants so they can give us the fiat currency. So we've successfully made a payment of 1,500 naira to this merchant. We're still now going to go over to the Binance platform and click on we have made payment. So you can see the merchant has already replied us. We can now tell them done. So once we tell them done, you can now click on transferred, notify. I have transferred, notify. So please confirm the following information. Confirm payment. So you can now confirm payment and Binance will notify them that you have made payment. So click on OK. So releasing of these crypto assets will be done in a matter of 11.44 or 11 minutes. Let's say about 12 minutes. So we're going to wait for the merchants to receive their funds. Binance usually tells each user that you need to confirm the receipt of your payment before you can release your currency from your own end. Because once you click on it, it usually becomes harder to resolve issues like that. So you are usually advised to make sure you've seen the funds that are sent to you and make sure you confirm before you release any cryptocurrency. So you can also click on appeal in a scenario if these merchants that you've paid to refuses to or fails to release their or click or verify your claim. So we're going to wait a little bit for them to click on release or for them to release the fiat currency. So another good thing is that while we are waiting, we can also go over to the express option. It says you have one orders in progress. So you can also go over to the express option. So on the P2P express option, this P2P express option is an option that's created by Binance. So Binance has created this feature to these users, and it's usually most recommended for beginners on the P2P marketplace. So this gives users the ability or to make a transaction at a faster rate, as also it's also usually safer too, as it is easier for them to utilize. So Binance matches you up with any with the best or most recommended ads that are on the P2P platform. So it says if you want to buy USDT, it's going to be from above 1,000 NGN. We're going to click on BTC. So you need to buy from above 1,000. So we're going to click on, let's say we want to buy one of 1,005. So we're going to click the one of what 1,500. So the reference price is 21,188 and more. So once you click on it, you can click on it, buy with zero fee. The Binance will automatically merge you up with the closest or most trusted user that can serve your needs. So we just created this order, and it says the Binance is now holding the seller's crypto in the escrow account. So you want to see the name of this new seller is Infinity Boss. Mind you, we have a P2P order that we've done already. We're still waiting for the merchants to complete their FOAN. So you can go over to the chat section and let them know, okay, the Infinity boss or the merchant has already sent us a message and he said he is online. Okay, and you can now reply as working on it now. You can send them so they will know you are available or working on your payments now. So we can now copy the details of this new seller and copy the details. His name is Habib Tijani. So we're going to copy his details and go over to our mobile app and complete this transaction. But before that, we're going to go over to check our previous order if it has been. We're going to go over to our previous order. Okay, we're going to just make these payments and we check our previous orders later on. So we just sent another payment of 1,500 naira to 1,500 to Habib Tijani VFD Microfinance and Bank. So we're going to go over to Binance app. So on the Binance app now, we're going to click on I have completed payment. To payments page, we're going to click on transferred. So once you click on transferred, you can also go to the chat section and tell them done. So Binance will now notify them that you have done your own bid, waiting for them to conclude on their part. So you have marked the order as paid. So we've made a payment of BTC using the P2P, and now we've also made a payment using the Express option. We're going to go over and wait for them to release their crypto. We also have the P option if need be that the merchant fails to fulfill their own parts. So it says releasing if you have paid, contact the counterparty. So going to go over, click on toggle P2P Express next. So we're going to check our orders to see the status of all the orders we've done so far. So for this order, you can see that the first order we initiated has been completed, and we can now leave these merchants a good feedback. Say order has been completed, order number, seller's name. You can leave it with a good payment option feedback and it says it's good. For the next one, okay, it just got completed. Infinity boss, we just got completed. So you can see now that we both received various cryptocurrency for this. So one thing you need to also note is the figures or the values that we're given for these amounts. So for this one we completed on the Express option, we got 0.00006578 BTC. For the one we did here, we got 0.00007046. So one thing you can see here is that most times the P2P option is usually cheaper to utilize, and it's also more technical if you do not understand how to go about it. You can see the amount of BTC we received for same value and the amount of BTC we received from same value were different. So these are some of the concepts you want to understand. Is that the Binance majorly what the Binance does is that aside that the fact that they would want to give you a cheap option, they also want to look at the status of the merchants you are dealing with. Most times they usually pair users with verified merchants. As these verified merchants are, you can see it here that this Infinity Boss is a verified merchant who has a strong tie relationship with Binance and has been verified. So by being verified, you get you are more secure and less easy to less to cause any harm on the Binance platform. So these are some of the perks. So we're going to talk about the Binance block trade, which is the final option. We're going to go over to the Binance block trade. So on the block trade, another option or another meaning of the block trade refers to as orders which are bulk orders. So all bulk orders are called block trade, and is a new feature that was launched on the Binance platform to help users who wish to trade more on who have bulk items that they want to trade with. So this block trade helps users mitigate against the volatility of the market, as well as the stress of having to sell their cryptocurrencies or buy their cryptocurrencies at a slow speed. Imagine a buyer who wants to buy uh, uh, 10 BTCs. He might have to create up to 10 or 50 orders on the P2P section or even on the Express section before his orders will be completed. So you can see it's set at USDT here. We're going to change it to BTC. Once you change it to BTC, you can be able to see if there's any available user that is willing to sell or trade on the block trade order. So we're going to search a little bit if we can find any user that is available. So depending on your country or depending on your location, you can be able to see users who are willing to trade on the block trade. We're going to dial on USD here. Let's see USD if we can find users to avoid becoming a victim. If we can see users who are willing to trade. Okay, so right here for BTC, okay, we're going to change. Okay, so for USD, we do not have any block trades for USD. We only have that for available for NGN as well as some other fiat currencies. So these are some basic things you want to understand when utilizing the Binance P2P marketplace. So I hope this tutorial has been helpful to you. I hope you understand the differences between buying BTC with these various options. These various options. The BTC for bulk order usually comes with a low number of users, a huge number of orders. So if you are a large user or you have lots of money you want to put on BTC, you might want to use the block trade as it prevents against the various market volatility. So you don't want to waste time and you want to buy your cryptocurrency as soon as possible to prevent against any market dip or increment or inflation in what you want to buy. So thanks for watching. We do hope this tutorial is helpful to you. Any questions, drop them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll be dropping all the links and articles relevant for your understanding. Then before we go, guys, you can see on the sales section we do have some people that are willing to sell BTC or USDT. You can see we have someone willing to sell USDT here. We have Code War willing to sell USDT at from 5 million and above to 1 billion and above to 50 BTC. You can see for USDT we have 883 USDT users, lots of users. So you need to search for the ones that are available to transact, and all you can do is go over to the spot trading, convert your you can go over to the spot trading if you want to sell, or if you want to buy, you can also wait. Maybe sooner or later you get notified that there is a buyer that is available for bulk orders. Thanks for watching. Peace out, guys.